What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Trey Jones, and today I'm going to be talking about thought symptoms of anxiety. Now go ahead and do me a favor and smash the like button down below, only if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment as well, guys. Let me know if you deal with any of these thought symptoms of anxiety, because you are not alone. Anxiety affects the way that we think, our thought patterns, a lot of negative thinking. It goes on up here in between the ears whenever you develop anxiety disorders. Now guys, I'm not a medical doctor, a counselor, psychologist, or therapist. I'm a guy that went through anxiety disorders for 5 years. I try to take my old negative past experiences with anxiety, flip them and turn them into something positive for you guys by relating with you, showing you that there is light at the end of the tunnel of anxiety recovery. It is possible. If I recovered, you definitely can recover. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself the strongest of all people. I'm just a normal guy who figured out a method of beating it. So if you are looking forward to any tips or anything like that, those are definitely always in the descriptions of my video. Be sure to subscribe if you are into that kind of stuff. So guys, thought symptoms of anxiety, like I said, very, very common. It can make us feel as if we are going crazy, and that's where I'm going to start. Going crazy thoughts. This is something that happened to me quite often, and I never really got any reassurance from other people because they acted as if I was going crazy. They looked at me like I was going crazy, and it just didn't help. I never got any, "You're not going crazy, Trey, you're not." Whenever I would mention that I felt like I was going crazy, because like in their minds, they're like, this guy may be a little crazy. And that definitely didn't help. So I wouldn't ask reassurance from your parents or friends or acquaintances, things like that, if you are going crazy or not. Just a little bit of reassurance right here. People that are actually insane, people that are actually crazy or psychotic, they don't even really realize that they are. They think that they are normal. The simple fact that you're actually questioning this every day and worried about going crazy means that you're actually sane, okay? So just keep that in mind, a little bit of reassurance, okay? Remember, I'm not a professional or anything like that. That's just through experience and actual research. So just keep that in mind for some reassurance. You are not going crazy. It can make us feel that way. It is just anxiety. It's an unhealthy coping mechanism, the way that we deal with adversity. So the next one, guys, is gonna be intrusive thoughts. This is another one, guys, that worried me for a little bit. Luckily, I didn't obsess over it and keep ruminating over it, but a lot of you guys are affected by this every single day. These are thoughts that don't really show your character, but they can be scary, sudden, come out of nowhere. For instance, you're driving on the highway and you're like, what if I just go off the road and, hit a tree? Or what if I hit head on with this person? What if I stand up in the middle of church and blurt out some cuss words? What if I hit this person in the face right in front of me? And I was no exception to this. In fact, intrusive thoughts are pretty normal for just any human, regardless if you're dealing with anxiety disorder, but anxiety disorder sufferers tend to have these more often. My best advice for these intrusive thoughts, let them come in your mind. They're gonna come in anyways, let them go. The more that you focus on them and obsess about them, the more they show up, okay? They are weird, some of them are kind of scary, but if they don't show your true character, I wouldn't sit there and obsess and worry about it, okay? So just make sure that you're letting them go one ear and out the other. Be like, that was weird. You're weird, Trey, let it go, you know what I mean? I had to do that a lot. I was no stranger to intrusive thoughts of all types. The next one, guys, is racing thoughts, and I dealt with this whenever I was mainly having panic attacks, because I had health anxiety as well, so I thought these panic attacks were heart attacks. So the minute it would hit me, the adrenaline would go through my body, my heart rate goes up, my blood pressure goes up. What I'm thinking is, not only is it 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it's like, oh my God, I'm dying. I need to get to a hospital. Oh my God, what if my girlfriend comes home and she finds me dead? What are my parents gonna think whenever they found out their son died at a young age? Oh my God, if I get in a car and I try to get to the hospital, what if I run off the road and I hit somebody and kill myself, and then nobody knows that I actually had a heart problem? Maybe they thought I was suicidal. I'm just talking, these are the kind of thoughts that I had, and they would just keep coming and coming and coming. Okay, so racing thoughts are very common. I'm gonna put scary, violent, disturbing, all in the same kind of category, depending on how you wanna look at it. Now, as far as me, I wasn't like, having scary or violent thoughts of me doing something to someone else. I never dealt with that. If you're dealing with that, I think if you have anxiety in general, you should be seeking some professional help. Try that out. But if you are really thinking that you're gonna be impulsive on your thoughts, then make sure that you get some professional help. I'm not trying to replace that with this. I'm just trying to do some loose education on some of these thought symptoms that I dealt with. So scary, violent, disturbing thoughts. I was a big worrier, so I worried even more when I had anxiety disorder. So I would imagine horrible things happening, me being in certain scenarios. Some people would argue, hey, that's good that you think of that stuff, so you kind of have a plan on what to do. This was whenever a lot of mass shootings were going on. Heck, they still go on, but I would just envision just being like in church or being at the grocery store and somebody just coming through and just, you know, peppering us all down with these bullets. I imagined horrible things. I would also have horrible nightmares because of the images that were in my head. I always feared nuclear war. I would have dreams about that as well. I always worried about my family. I was scared somebody was gonna break into my home and, like, you know, tie me up and they were gonna kill my family or do horrible things to my wife in front of me. Just horrible negative thinking type thoughts. And of course, I've been a negative thinker basically my whole entire life, but it became a lot more frequent when I dealt with anxiety disorder. So you're not alone if you're dealing with that. And the next one, guys, which can basically cover all of these, is obsessive thoughts. And you can obsess over disturbing, violent, scary, going crazy thoughts or intrusive thoughts or racing thoughts. You can obsess about it and make them happen more frequently. Some examples of obsessive thoughts for me was the fact that I thought I was dying, for instance, with my health anxiety. I thought I was dying every day, whether that be cancer or heart disease. I was a very obsessive person. In fact, I think health anxiety to some degree is a form of OCD. Okay, don't quote me on that, but I've seen a lot of mental health professionals actually say that, so you can do your own research on that. So guys, those are some common thought symptoms of anxiety. My best advice for these guys is not only do you need to be handling your anxiety disorders as a whole, because that's how you are gonna get better and these are gonna generally decrease and go away, but like I said, look at the space between your ears as a highway. These thoughts are gonna come in, let them come out, okay? Don't let them clog up your mind. You know, you want it to be smooth sailing through there. That's my best advice for those. My tips for anxiety are down below. It starts with figuring out your root cause, then making lifestyle changes. Seek therapy if that's something that you feel like you need to do. I think, guys, if you've had an anxiety disorder for like 6 months to a year and nothing's been changing, especially if you were dealing with it as long as I was, like up to 5 years, you definitely need to try to see a professional. They can do CBT with you, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. They're licensed to do that. They may be able to get deeper inside of you and try to figure out what's going on a better level than somebody else, like maybe an acquaintance or even a YouTuber as myself. So try that out. There's online therapy down below. You can do it like we're doing it on the phone. You can also choose from a lot of different people. Find somebody with a background like yours. It helps when they have experience in the same areas instead of just being a general psychologist. As well, you don't have to leave the house or anything like that to go find somebody. You can do it on the couch. It is cheaper than in-person therapy, so if money is an issue, that's definitely something to look into. And depending on your insurance, it may actually cover some of it. So that's something that you can look at. You need to be journaling and meditating every day. There's 3 journals down there that are very important for your life, especially if you're trying to make those lifestyle changes. That includes the fat loss and nutrition, because you need to be working on your diet. The morning sidekick journal, it's all about how you start your day. You need to be taking advantage of that. You know, you need to set the tone for your day whenever it comes to anxiety recovery. And then a meditation journal. So you're gonna be journaling and you're gonna be meditating. It's gonna combine these two, show you how to do both. It's amazing. You need to be meditating every morning, every evening. Guys, my social media is down there. My Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram. Please join those if you haven't. I'm starting to become more active on those. Please join them. The Facebook group is close to 25,000 members. We're growing so quickly, a huge family, people that support and love each other. Please join that group if you haven't. A lot of like-minded people with anxiety disorders. Guys, I love you so much. Until next time, I will talk to you later. Be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get updates when I put these videos out. I will talk to you guys later. Love y'all.